I built a giant rainbow sheep in my Minecraft hardcore world. Now, I tried and failed many times.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
My original plan was for it to completely resemble a normal sheep, but I couldn't really get it to work out, so I took down my first failure and moved on, never looking back. I didn't have nearly enough resources or patience to continue blindly building failures, so I decided to do the smart thing of making a flat world and coming up with a plan. I made my design and was all ready to go. I rejoined the world and started building. My first idea was using pictures as reference. I foolishly thought that would be enough for my tiny brain to handle, but it turned out to be too complicated. On top of my incompetence, my wool was not endless.
This is purple.
Now.
Blue?
Now.
Back to the flat world I went, trying to think of a way to combat my stupidity and lack of resources. I decided on making a 360 replay of the sheep that would play on loop and I would stare at it as a guide. This, unsurprisingly, also failed. I couldn't get the dimensions right for the life of me and I constantly had to look over in another tab. And if I wanted this to be a replay, I can't have my character motionless for half of it. That's not entertaining. Back to the drawing board. I returned to the flat world trying to think of something when it hit me. To fix the wool issue, I would recreate the sheep again in survival and figure out the exact amount of wool required to make my sheep. For the dimensional issue, I would simply use an angled photo that would get the side of one of the sheep and the front of another. I returned again to the hardcore world, ready to try for a final time. With my patience basically gone at this point, I started. And the plan was working. Everything was going smoothly. I ended up building this guy in 25 minutes, and it took me over an hour due to my lack of intelligence.